All right, all right, all right. Good mountains. Come on in here, cheer this mountains, okay? I actually got woke up out of my sleep last night about this message, but I didn't want to come and log on. I hope you're having a blessed day, and if you haven't, I pray that the peace of God meets you, greets you where you are, that you have a prosperous and abundance day, that you are where you need to be at the right place at the right time to receive the blessings, the prosperity, the gifts, the messages, the knowledge that you need to receive. Okay, so I got two messages this morning. One is about false twin flame. Then another one is about energy, right? Tracing and tracking energy. Spirit is also saying that a lot of y'all that are resonating with a lot of the messages about karmics and karmic parents and false twin flames and being in relationship with karmics and all this other stuff, y'all need to go back and watch some of my earlier videos, okay? Because there's a lot of information that is embedded in those messages. So any like the messages that may have, it's very early on because I just started this channel. So very early on, like when my face is turned to the side, it has me, with the bob, has the white background, and it might say like the awakening. Don't let the titles fool you, okay? Because there's a lot of messages. Those channel messages present a lot of information. It's just how Spirit gives it to me, okay? But as far as this false twin flame and this tracking this energy stuff, and I'm going to try not to make this long because y'all know how I do. I don't like these long videos because it takes too long to upload them. But what Spirit revealed last night is that the reason why a lot of divine feminines or divine masculines get caught up with the false twin flame or the karmic, one, is because there's lessons to be learned. But two, for these select few, your karmics or your false twin flames, remember I was telling you about Minds where I believe he has imposter syndrome, right? And that he has the ability to flow his energy, right? And so what Spirit is saying is that the karmic or the false twin flame, when they met you, right, because they do have gifts and talents too, they're just using them for lower vibrational frequencies. And they're not using it to be of the greater good for the world. You understand? They're trying to keep the world status quo. And what Spirit is saying is that when they met you, right, they knew who you were when they met you. So they knew that they was a karmic to you. They knew that you guys were together in past lives. They knew that you guys had lessons and things and stuff to fulfill. But they also knew who your twin flame was, right? Who your soulmates were and all this other stuff. But for those of you whose life path is meant for you to be with your twin flame or like a soulmate, because that's how, your money is to be made, your wealth. That's where your spiritual children and things are going to come from. Because everybody don't have spiritual children. Everybody twin flames connection is not meant to, create like a legacy of wealth. Okay. I mean, it just is what it is. We all have different missions. It doesn't make your connection any different. It just means that you guys call is different. Right. But Spirit is saying is that they also had the ability to see that, right? Because they're aware of astrology, they're aware of past life lessons, they're aware of all these things, right? And so with this imposter syndrome, what they were able to do is mimic your actual twin flame. And so what I mean by this is they could have had visions of your twin flame with you, like living your abundant life. And so what they did is try to mimic how this person would treat you, right? And even tapping into your actual twin flame's energy to, create certain connections. And Spirit is saying that this is why it was so hard for you to kind of distinguish between, what was going on and what was not going on. And, is this really my twin flame? Is this really a soulmate? Is this a karmic connection? And for a lot of us like me, new to the journey, right? You didn't even know what the hell a twin flame was, or a journey, or anything of the above. But they've always been aware. And so Spirit is saying, this is why they were able to get to you. This is why they were able to, connect to you and reach you and connect to you in such a deep way, because they were mimicking that of your actual twin flame, okay, or that soulmate, okay, that soulmate connection. And so you thinking that they're this, wonderful, beautiful person, and they're so loving and giving and nurturing. But I say this all the time, even actors come out of character, okay? And they were playing a role. And they got tired of playing that role. And this is why they turn on you. And this is why they start to, show all that, aggression and become angry. That's why a lot of them, not all of them are narcissists, but a lot of them are narcissists. They get tired of acting. And then that anger starts to penetrate through, because they're like, man, I've been doing all this acting all this time, and then she still walked away from me, or he still walked away from me, or they still don't, really love me. And it's like, no, somebody's not going to love you if you're manipulating them, if you're trying to force an outcome, if you're trying to force a relationship. And then two, what your purpose is. Your purpose has come to literally try to destroy and break the person, which is, your job. But it's not meant for that person to stay there. And they want that person to stay in that broken, feeble, place, so that they are not able to move on in life. Okay. But what they don't know is that the divine feminine or the divine masculine was meant to be in their life too, to help them awaken. And it's up to them to make that choice, to awaken. Okay. Spirit just wanted me to say that, these false twin flames, these false soulmates, these karmics, this is why they were able to do exactly what they did. Just like some of the divine feminines or divine masculines have been cloned, which I talked about in other videos. The actual twin flame connection counterparts have actually been tried to be cloned by, this imposter syndrome, them being able to see the things that they were going to do and how they were going to do, and then try to, that's why some of them even, thought that they were doing a good job, because they actually started to believe that they were the person that they were impostoring. And they can be if they want to be, but, they're choosing to live life otherwise. Okay. Now, the second part of the video about energy. Okay. So this is for my healers. This is for my, empaths. This is for the tarot readers, the psychics, the mediums, oracle readers, glass ball readers, whatever you want to call it, because we all got different spiritual gifts. Okay. A lot of you have been experiencing like a lot of interruptions in your videos or your messages, or how you're delivering your messages. Okay. And I know you guys are like, oh my God, you don't want to make it seem like, oh my God, there's just like something that's always trying to distract or interrupt. And Spirit saying that they are interrupting you, right? Because everywhere you go, there's going to be like some type of hiccup or some type of problem as it relates to you trying to get your messages out. Like you guys could be hearing like a lot of banging or a lot of noise. Like every time you go to listen to your messages, you guys could be having a lot of like glitches in your system. Now, mind you, with where the planets are and things like that, that is making disruptions with the retrogrades and Saturn, all that other stuff, that is creating disruptions in your messages and you being able to deliver that and, all of that other stuff. But there are also forces that are working against you. Okay. And you're not crazy. You're not, it's not that you're specifically doing something and that's what's creating it. Well, you are doing something. You're doing a service for the greater good of the world. Okay. And as such, you have an alarm on you that says that the Most High has you marked to do greatness, goodness, to uplift this world, to clear up the darkness, right? And so as such, you got a marker on you. And so anywhere you go, those individuals that are serving or responding to lower vibrational frequencies, no matter if they know you or not, they are going to try to create a delay, a hindrance, a hiccup to make you stop, to make you not do what you have to do. Like even more so recently, I've transitioned to a new environment, and some of the things that were happening in old environments are happening in this same environment as it relates to me trying to get messages out. Okay. And Spirit had to remind that anytime you decide to go against the grain, which is not accepting the world as status quo, doing what the Most High has called you to do, there is an alarm on you that alerts lower vibrational frequencies to disrupt you. And it's going to happen. It is going to happen, okay? But Spirit is saying that you have to continue to keep moving, keep being persistent. Now, for those that are trying to inflict harm and inflict pain and inflict destruction of any form of any kind in your life, this is specifically for some of y'all, because some of y'all have had a lot of stuff happen to y'all, and this is because of the lower vibrational frequencies trying to break y'all and stop y'all. Okay. Spirit is saying that when these things start to happen and they're happening consistently, Spirit is saying that you need to start recording whatever it is that is happening that is trying to disrupt your progress of what the Most High is calling you to do, right? Once you're able to record that consistently, Spirit is saying that you need to pray and meditate, to ask for guidance, to send you the help that you need to help you with identifying where the initiator of that energy is coming from, so that you can get the proper help and the support that you need, so that you're not dealing with the consistent distraction, or the consistent disruption, or the consistent whatever it is for you. I know for me, a lot of the times it's a lot of banging. Like when I'm trying to get notifications and emails and things, there's a lot of doors slamming, there's a lot of bangings on the wall, and all this is for me to miss my emails. All of this is for me not to get like notifications when I log onto Instagram and things like that. All of that is to disrupt the communication. And these are energy benders, right? But they're not using their energy for the greater good. They're using their energy for lower vibrational frequencies. And so what Spirit is saying is that you have to, you got to start recording it and then ask for guidance on how you are to alleviate that issue. Everybody's situation is different, okay? So you got to ask for that help to handle it on your side, okay? Now, some of these energies are vicious, right? And so there may be some Queen of Swords energy that is needed for you to, put some heat down on you, making sure that you do what the Most High is telling you to do. Okay. Where there is light, there is darkness. That's what Spirit is saying. But you got to stand your ground. You got to keep moving. You got to keep doing what you were called to do. Okay. And you ain't starting nothing. You ain't even trying to finish nothing, but you're going to protect who you are, what you are. You're going to protect yours. Okay. And so this is what Spirit is saying. So a lot of you that are experiencing a lot of these interruptions and chaos and stuff like that, you're being attacked by energy benders, right? And so when that stuff starts to happen again, this is what Spirit is telling you to do, so that you can alleviate some of the problems, okay? Because really what lower vibrational frequencies, they want to hide in plain sight. They want to do what they're doing and think that you don't know what they're doing. And then when you start catching them, oh my God, it's just crazy, because then they look stupid, right? And they're like, oh my God, how do you know that? Duh, because the Most High is going to tell you. Like, what do you mean? So, yeah. So y'all continue to keep doing y'all good work out here in these streets. I told y'all we is the trillest, the realest of them all. Don't mean that you ain't gonna have no hardships, no difficulties, no hiccups or anything like that. But we the trillest of the trillest, the realest of the realest, because that's who God has called us to be. And we want to help everybody. We ain't out here trying to stop nobody. We want everybody to win. We want everybody to have what's theirs. But that don't mean that we're gonna lose at not doing what the Most High has called us to be. And we ain't trying to win at all costs either. We trying to win to serve the greater good of all. And that's the difference. And that's why we will always be blessed. That's why we will always prosper. Okay? Well, I am Valencia. This is Valencia's Voice. It echoes in the earth realm. Until next time, my good people. And I hope this damn thing didn't go. Oh, sorry, y'all.